having young people involved is so important because it's research about young people. So the only way that you're really going to get an accurate viewpoint is to talk to young people about it. And I think there's such a big difference between holding focus groups where it's all being arranged by academics and it's all being organised and the whole agenda's been set. So actually getting down to the core of it and what we need to find out, what will actually make a difference to us as young people in 2022.
I think it's really important that research is led by the people that research is about, partly because the outcome of that research is going to affect them the most. Lived experience is just invaluable. You know, you can go and do a degree in something, you can go and do as many training courses as you like, but there's always going to be a separation between knowing about it and actually living it.
I think it's really grown since like when we first joined, especially because when we first joined I don't think I had a very clear idea of where it was going. I just knew that I was going on a residential and doing some meetings sometimes, but I think that the best way to sum it up is trying to, I mean, it's in the title of the organisation, but it's trying to improve youth public mental health. I think that so it's just about trying to create an answer to the questions that we have about youth public mental health, but also being mindful of how we're reaching those answers.
With Triumph, they've represented young people from across the UK, so you've got obviously each nation involved. They all come from different backgrounds, so for example the Alpha group is quite a diverse group of young people, with our group focuses on young people having a voice in research, but it's done through participation and not co-production, so it's kind of entering a new dimension of research for our young people.
Having us involved in the planning and having us involved in the actual agenda setting. And the carrying out of the research and giving us that power to actually say, okay, we're young people, but we can still make a difference when we're when we're still at such a young age. And people are always telling us, oh, like, you've got potential, but like it's actually nice to be able to come to it and be like, yes, actually at this point in my life I can do this, and like I can make a difference to other people.
It's so important because the state of your mental health can really make or break where you're going to go in your life, what you're going to feel able to do, you know, what your social connections are going to be. It impacts on every aspect of your life, especially as young people.
When you assemble a group of young people like this, the feedback that you get to those that have tried to access any sort of support, be that mental health support, housing support, or you know, at any level of sort of severity, so be that teachers or if you're actually going to NHS like mental health services, the feedback that almost everyone gives is that it wasn't quite good enough.
The services are rubbish. They're so bad, and even if we don't make a massive change, just a little change would be 1,000 times better than what it currently is.
You hear of research, but you never really hear of young people being heavily, you know, maybe being participants or being the interviewee, but never actually being involved in the whole process and having their voice heard. And that's part of what my organisation is about making sure young people's voices are always heard. So for me, that would be the big thing, is that, you know, they're being involved in all aspects of this project.
I've definitely found it really interesting and really varied being involved in the youth advisory group. Like the things that we do, like the scope of it is just so broad. There's always something different on offer for us to get involved in.
With other research where people get like surveys and they interview a few people, you don't really know where that research is going, and you don't really know 100% that that person's telling the truth. Where with the YAG, we know, because we're part of this research, we know where it's going, we know how it's been implemented, and we've been a part of every step, so we know something's happening with it, and it's not just going to be pushed to the back of the closet for no one to see.
It's been amazing having adults be so interested and be so keen to listen. And like you can tell, like all of the academics involved are so like hanging on our every word and so wanting to know our opinions. And it's just amazing to have that, because I think a lot of us have been used to adults in our lives just kind of brushing us off, or like, yeah, not really paying attention. So it's nice to actually have our words listened to and like valued.